Okay, YouTube. Black Beer Hunter back at you again. We're here to review the fried ice cream stout out of Flying Fish Brewing out of Somerdale, New Jersey. Um, yeah, came out November 2nd. I didn't go to that day. One of my friends went to that day. So they sent me a beer, you know. Enjoy for now. Another one for later. So we'll get to actually taste it, review it, and come back on it 6 months later and see if it actually can age, and how the flavor holds up. So on Untapped, we get a 4.1 for this beer. Beer Advocate gives it 3.69, which really doesn't say much to me. Some people don't really care for sweet stouts or pastry stouts, or they just want a classic Russian or a dry, and that's about it. So this one comes in a tall boy format, 10.3 ABV. So it's pretty straightforward. Should have a ton of vanilla, some chocolate. They say it has a cinnamon kick to it. That made me really curious about this beer. Also me being from Jersey, I have to investigate. And actually, this would be my first beer my first stout out of Flying Fish. I normally come across a ton of different triples. I think they had a porter, but at the end of the day, I've never had a stout from out there, and especially one such as this, like with some adjuncts added to it. So here we go. Let's get a whiff of this, see how it smells, how it tastes. Yep. Vanilla ice cream, cinnamon, chocolate. Truly unique. All right, Flying Fish Brewing. All right, here we go. Had to get my namesake glass. Got this out of Adroit Theory. It's a pretty nice glass when you're just trying to, get a good smell of the beer, get taste of the beer, lets it air out pretty well. It's a pretty cool glass, actually. So here we go. You don't have to worry about any spillovers when you. Oh, look at that. We're gonna have Okay, just from the head and trying to stop that spill on aisle 5. T'Challa is kind of saying, it looks like we might have a contender. So let's see here. Take a little smell, get the aromas. Doesn't really have a really strong, doesn't have any type of aroma. It's kind of neutral. Even though I tasted it, I should really be able to pick up a scent after tasting it a little bit when I was trying to stop the spill, but I really don't get much, which is okay. But nice head, off-white, good lacing. So, it should say a lot about the body of the beer, should. If you had to, I don't know, maybe if it gets a little warmer, you may smell some things. I'm actually trying to see if I get any vanilla or any type of roasty flavor, but I don't get that. But if you look at it, the presentation is pretty straightforward for a stout, really dark, black. The head is coming down a bit, but it's hanging around. It's hanging around. I tell you, just from that sip of the head, it was sweet, not overly sweet, but sweet. This had a kind of, it was really creamy. The head was really creamy. So it gave me, there was a familiar scent to it. I mean, a familiar taste to it. Almost like something that I had in my childhood, but I couldn't tell what it was. But okay, the head has broken down a bit. Let's take a try. Let's taste it. Cheers. Ooh. Oh wow. That tastes like a dark cream soda. You do get a ton of vanilla. You get like a cinnamon spice. You do get a little cocoa or coffee, like small taste of coffee. I mean, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know how it would hold up. I think it actually will hold up pretty well if you were to age it. It's a really good beer. Man, I traded for this. I actually traded some Aslan for it. Would I do it again? Probably. I mean, I got another beer that I could trade for it, but if I could find this, I actually might, have to make a run to New Jersey, jump on a bus or the train. So it's pretty easy once you get into that area, and try to find it. I think I saw it listed for anywhere from $10.99 to $14.99 for a 4-pack. Yeah, I'd definitely go get a hold of this. It's definitely a pretty good beer. It's really interesting. It's like pretty thin, but with a really good mouthfeel. Like medium body. Really easy to drink. This is a really easy drinker, real easy sipper. Yeah, man, I like to stock up on this and sit it in my garage because, like, realistically, I could do some auto work and drink this. It's not real heavy. It's only like 10.3 ounces ABV. For some people, that's heavy. For me, that's like a walk in the park. Yeah, I really like it. Really great brew by Flying Fish. There's other things that I hope to taste from them. They had a couple beers that I was looking at. I think I saw that they have an Imperial Stout that I'm going to try and get a hold of. So once I get a hold of it, we'll review it. But too much talking, time for more drinking. So I'm going to go ahead and crush this beer. And you guys, I'll hit you up later with the next beer. Probably something from Aslan. Cheers.